Well, good morning. We're back in Middle Earth and meet Marcellene. Marcellene is a mariner. Yes, I did pre-order the expansion Corsairs of Umbar because after watching Louis 7 play around with the mariner, I knew I definitely had to try the class. It's considered an advanced, so much like the Warden, it has a very specific set of skills, and it's going to be quite challenging for me to learn, which is why we are not valoring this thing. We're starting from the very beginning, and the expansion Corsairs of Umbar is available right now for pre-purchase. It does not release until November 1st. Now, the prices for that, if you just buy the standard edition, which includes the Corsair of Umbar content, an instance cluster, the Mariner class, an extra character slot for those of us who might have a few too many characters, the Swashbuckler portrait frame, and the Swashbuckler title, you will pay $40 for that. And I'll be honest, I cheaped out and I just paid for the standard edition. The collector's edition includes other things, including a fleet merchant armor, fleet merchant speed and war steed, an equipable XP accelerator, improved expedition supplies, swashbuckler portrait frame, which of course you get that with the standard too. So you get some extra stuff, but it's also $80. And there's an ultimate fan bundle, which includes everything from the first two tiers, plus even more stuff, including a parrot pet and a monster play appearance, which I don't know if is in the second tier or not, but yikes. The ultimate fan bundle costs $130. No lie, I wouldn't mind having the parrot pet, and I wouldn't mind having the fennec fox, but I wasn't paying $80 or $130 because who has that kind of money right now, right? At any rate, we are going to try out the Mariner class, and I've already run through most of the intro for Bree. We just need to do the final instance. So let's get started. Are you ready to go? Very well. Now I'm kind of surprised that this has always been a solo.
Hunters have reached the outskirts of Archet to find it already ablaze. A desperate struggle to save their village is about to begin. Hopefully, you have arrived in time.
They've spotted us. We move now. Now, real quick, to refamiliarize myself with the skills, we have thrust, a quick forward thrust. We have riposte, shift back into aggressive posture with a cutting strike. We have advance on your opponent with 2 thrust. And we have lunge, which is commit your momentum to a forward lunge, dealing damage with an increased chance to critically hit. Up here we have blade shield. Adopt a defensive stance with your blade, increasing your chance to parry incoming attack. We have on guard, refresh your steady buff and prepare for combat. We have step back, create space with a step back. And we have disengage. Sometimes the best movement is to survive. And kind of like the Runekeeper and the Warden, the Mariner has attunements. Unlike them, though, the attunements do something kind of unique. So you'll see her attunement bar here. These skills down here, they have attuned to the right, which leans her to the right. The ones in blue over it attune to the left, which leans her to the left. So think about being on the deck of a ship. As the waves move, you kind of move with the ship. So I think it's fore and aft. I have not been up on my ship terminology in some time, but you kind of sway back and forth. And that's what her attacks do. Kind of sway her back and forth. And the further to one side or another you are, the more unbalanced you are. And the goal is to use the skills effectively to create combos that kind of keep her centered. And when she's in the center, apparently, and I was right, it is 4.5. Okay. Kind of keep her centered in it. Where was it? I read somewhere. I cannot remember where I saw it. But when you're centered, you're a lot less likely to be affected by stuns and roots. Okay. Anyway, that probably, I don't know if that made sense. It did to me.
We have no time to lose.
We're not going to do a lot of reading of the quests unless it's something really funny, really interesting. We're going to pretty much just play this character.
We must save Ned.
And poor Nick died. And Elmdeer is close by. He escaped the slaughter. Oh, poor Peg. All right, come on, John.
Still be saved.
Shake a leg.
There are more up ahead.
You fight well, but I fear the worst is yet to come. I felt like, well, we won't say what I was just thinking. It wouldn't be very polite. And we'll give myself some credit. I am still learning this class.
Look, Otley is ahead.
Otley,
Must not be lost.
probably one of my
Friend,
favorite.
acting hall safe.
One of my favorite early game NPCs. Now let's see. Yeah, she was kind of on the... I wish I knew which side was which. I think this is aft and this is fore.
Although the mad badger burns, I still hold out hope.
And there is something else I noticed that some skills work better with others. So, blade shield, and for sword play, step back reduces incoming damage, and riposte deals more damage. So if I do blade shield and do riposte, I should be dealing more damage. All right, this is not the time to be chattering either. It's the time to be fighting.
They approach. Defend us.
More? Yes, more. And here come the Kargul, or the Nazgul. So with On Guard, sword plate, thrust deals more damage, blade shield gives more parry chance. So blade shield and On Guard work together. Thrust and On Guard work together. Blade shield and riposte work together. With step back, if you use disengage, you gain a heal. If you use riposte, you will enrage your target. Could you let me go now? I'd like to get out of this. Thank you. You have defeated Calder Cobb, but at what cost? Half the town is dead.
What misery has befallen us? My father was right to trust no one.
Yeah, John. It's a pretty bad day.
With the Black Wolves' attack foiled, the people of Archet have begun to rebuild. Yet not all hurts are so easily mended. The fate of the Ranger Amdia remains uncertain and may have dire consequences for Breland. But hope remains that he may yet be saved.
All right, we are in post-attack Archet now, and looking a little rough. Always wished we could help rebuild Archet, but that doesn't seem to be a possibility. Go ahead and talk to John. And we have finished the intro. We have gotten our milestone skill. We have gained our first point of reputation. And we've received some mail, because of course we have. Now, we start the prologue. We need to bury some bodies. I will do that for you. And he wants us to kill some boar. Now, from what I can tell, the Mariner is a sword and dagger person, strictly. At least, I think. I'm not certain, but I think that's what Louis said, that the Mariner class is sword and dagger. So I don't think they get any ranged weapons. They might get some ranged attacks, though. And we are going to go ahead. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I did not want that. Go to quick slots, unlock it, so I can move this milestone over here. Lock it back. And try to keep a nice tidy bar there. Because if I'm learning skills, I definitely want to make sure I know where the skills are. All right, so open that up. We just got a bunch of junk. We've got some stuff that went into our wallet. Some potions. Got a quest. A wrapped horse whistle. We do not need it. That's the quest. That's the potions. This is a mess. Oh, man. Oh, wait. I can still do that? No, I can't. Wait, maybe I can. Show the Marshfly Queen to someone at the Hunter's Lodge. We'll see if it lets me finish it.
And stay a moment.
Okay, talk to him.
What can I do?
Talk to him. He wants me to go collect some stuff from his farm. Excuse me for just a moment. I seem to have a few words. I swear none of them. I seem to have a few frogs hopping around in my throat this day. Always fun. Difficulties. Passive valor. Now, I've decided that not only am I going to be trying out this mariner, let's go with... Now, I don't know if we're already at difficulty 1, if that's the base difficulty. I am going to start out by hitting up difficulty 2. Completing this quest will make the game significantly more difficult. Completing this quest before level 11 will begin deeds that can be completed by achieving levels 50 and 130 without reducing your difficulty back to normal. Alright, so we are going to go up to difficulty 2 and see how we fare.
What can I do for you?
Your road ahead has become more dangerous. Okay, so 0 is normal. Oh, we've gone up 2. Okay. Task, tokens of heroism.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Bring me tokens of heroism from your battles across the lands of Middle-earth, and I shall see to it that you are rewarded in kind. Okay, we'll see. Now that means we should have a much more difficult time on landscape. I don't know. This is the first time I've ever attempted to do this. Let's find out. Okay, why am I freezing though? Okay, yeah, that is definitely a little more of a challenge. I just noticed that wolf had 110 hit points. I don't think they usually do this early. Huh, interesting. I don't think it's just the increase in hit points. Well, at least I hope that's not all there is to the difficulty. So she has a skill called Belly of Brine. It says minor afflictions don't compare to eating only rations for long periods. Your strong stomach allows you to shrug off a single effect. And there's the disengage, sometimes the best movement to survive. So, oh yes, they're there. That's for the, we can finish the Morse Fly Queen quest here.
Greetings.
Well done, Marcellene. This is a most peculiar find. Okay, free XP. Not complaining about it. While we're here, we should probably bury this poor sap. Now, Louis is so good at this game, he can do it like landscape difficulty 9, I'm sure. In fact, I think he's planning on doing that as a challenge. Me, I've never used the landscape difficulties before, so I'm starting with baby steps. We start at 2. Still, after years of playing LOTRO, bumping up the difficulty is probably a good thing for me. Might keep me on my toes. Like the brand new class won't keep me on my toes, right? Oh, here's a boar. Okay, so we got blade shield, repose, thrust, oh, excuse me. What are you doing? Not much. That's what you're doing. I only have a couple little healing potions. And we have leveled up. Completed an unusual arrival. Okay. Completed a most curious hobbit. And now the ability to ride, I think I already did. Sailed to Kellendam. Sailed to Stornford. Oh, that's right. So the mariner has port skills, kind of like the hunter or the warden. And if I'm led to believe, these port skills do, yes, navigate to Stornford with nearby fellows. So you can port a fellowship, which is kind of neat. That means that people have another option for getting to places aside from relying on a hunter. Oh, I need to bury you. Now, will the brown bear attack? I forgot. It will threaten, but it will not outright attack. Okay. I don't know if anybody can hear him, but say hello to Ernest. He's, well, being earnest. All right, let's try our hand at this. Go ahead and do that. So, blade shield, riposte, on guard, blade shield, and that one did not work as effectively. The blade shield and riposte. I probably should put these on the bar in the order I plan on using them. Be smart like Louis did. But I kind of have them on the bar depending on which direction you go, fore or aft, and how far in either direction you go. At least until I learn them a little better. We have We need one more diseased bristle hide. Then we need to collect some things and find one more body that needs to be buried. Well, there's a boar. I think that's the other body we need to bury up ahead. Oh, which we will have to fight that boar for. All right, so that's done. We need to go this way. Because the Spriggly farm is over here. My guess is we will have to deal with these spiders. Or maybe not. No? Yes, we do. Okay. Okay. Unfortunate. Farmhand. And the seed bag. Kind of wondering if I shouldn't have started at the new area. But I guess if I'm going to increase the difficulty and I'm going to try a brand new class, probably sticking to an old familiar area doesn't hurt. I think we are ready to get on a horse and go back. Talk to. Yep. There's a boar following us. That's funny. Always was amused by the mobs trying to follow you, and I guess raising the difficulty does not affect that. They still can't catch you on a horse. Yeah, we've already talked to you. We already did the thing. You, I have done your thing.
What do you need?
And, so, yeah, can't use that. Well, obviously can't use that. That's for just the brawler. That's a shield that's just for the warden. That's just for the runekeeper. Javelin, which I believe is just warden. Staff is lore master only. Okay, so there actually are a lot more weapons that are class specific than I thought. We are going to get this wolf's knife, and actually it is a little better than the knife we're using, so yay! I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, I don't want to replace the sword with it. I notice it does that. I want to replace the knife with the knife. Okay, so that's done. And I think we did get something else out of that, or did we?
Greetings.
We're going to go with the Novice's Mark, which gives us a little extra run speed. And we'll go ahead and pick up 2 of these minor healing potions because I get the feeling we'll probably need them. Now you've done as you
How
asked.
can I be of service? How
And
can
of
I be
course, you
service?
want me to talk to someone else. Lisbeth Honeymead. And she is in Staddle. And I have gotten your stuff back.
How can I be of service? Would you do something for me?
And you want me to talk to Atlee. I'll take it. I'll talk to you later, Atlee. I know what he wants. And you
Hello, friend.
want me to go
Yeah,
collect your
sorry.
toolbox, which happens to be near the entrance to Staddle. Usually near a mad bristle hide. And you want me to talk to the crafting hall, so I will take yours. Which reminds me, we'll do that quest, because that's also the crafting hall. Okay, yep, the mad bristle hide is there. So, no choice but to fight him. Let's see how much more of a challenge he has. Not much more. I'll take the toolbox back in just a minute. Because while we're here, we might as well get Otis Comb. Why do I keep thinking this was Staddle? I don't know. So we want to come over here first off, go grab the stable.
How can I be of service?
Okay, that's all done. We do not have the instant stable to Mickle Delving from here yet. Of course, there are various and sundry quests here we can do. Here. I want to drop off our crafting quest in here. We'll talk to you.
What can I do for you?
Thank you. And we'll talk to you.
What can I do for you?
And thank you. And might as well while we're here. So, they must not have changed this yet because it's still the usual professions. What would be good for her? I'm leaning towards armsman or explorer. Tailor, forester, prospector. But if I'm right, they're making changes to the crafting, and we get to pick which 3 professions. And if that's the case, I'm probably going to end up with prospecting, foresting, and weaponsmithing. Maybe. Well, prospecting and forestry, always good to gather stuff and sell it on the AH. But weaponsmith, I don't know. I actually think for the moment I am going to go with explorer, because that's always useful. And of course, we have our
Would you do something for me?
introduction to crafting.
Could I speak with you a moment?
And fortunately, first, we don't have to go out and actually gather stuff. We just talk to the different
Need.
NPCs. They give us
How can I
everything
give
we
service?
need. We do their things,
How can I be of service?
and we're done. Okay, so let's start with the tailoring. And of course, we get the cheapy tools we will not be using for long. Use the ingredients, craft a rough cloth cloak. The words. They're very difficult today. All right, so that's done.
Greetings, friend.
And I'm thinking about it. 24. It's actually slightly better than what I'm wearing, so I will equip it. Thank you. Now, next up, prospecting. So we want to swap out. Craft a copper ingot. Okay. So I need to talk to, oh yeah, the supply vendor. Now, last one. Forestry. Need to make some light leather and a rowan board. Oh, it would help if I actually equip the right tool. We're going to fix that in a minute. I don't know why we don't get to use multi-use tools from the start now. Most people have them. And our rowan board. Okay, so that's all done. We can talk to him.
What can I do for you?
And
How can I be of service?
that's done. That's done. We'll talk to her again.
Might I take a moment of
Speak
your
wood.
time?
Steel brushwood. Isn't that what I was doing, though?
How can I be of service?
Okay. So, once again, we need to move things around on our board. And I want to move these. I usually move them over in the same area with the steeds. There we go. She is an explorer. Very fitting for a mariner, don't you think? Back on a horse. I did say get back on a horse. I don't know. It's kind of a fancy horse for a mariner. But then what am I saying? The other one's kind of a fancy horse for a mariner. Okay, so we want to bring this toolbox back to the guy. And aside from Atlee, I do believe we're momentarily done over in Archet. We'll get to Atlee's stuff. His requires running around a spider cave. And to be quite honest, even though it's a good way to get the spider deed done early, I am in no mood to go running around a spider cave. Wow. There's actually a couple of people over here using the landscape difficulty. Nice.
How can I be of service?
Probably a lot bolder than me. Probably doing more than just the bare minimum. Okay. Home lumber yard. I will take that one. Because we're going to probably be doing the bulk of the stuff in Combe. Because that is a good place to work on getting some experience. Now, you know, I don't know if increasing the landscape difficulty also changes how much XP you get. Does it make it more XP, less XP, or unchanged? I'll have to look up how that actually works. Like I said, this is the first time I've used it. Yeah, you can chase me. Look at it. It's going as fast as the little legs will carry it. And so's the mad bristlehide. Of course, the mad bristlehide does not stand a chance. It tried to follow me into Combe, and the guards took care of it. Yay. Alright, so we're going to stop here. We have a bunch of quests in Combe that we can take. And we will continue our look at the Mariner in the next video. I do not know how often this series is going to run. Let me know in the comments. Would you like to see it maybe just once a week, like the regular Exploring Middle-earth series? Would you like to see it a little more often? Or perhaps would you like to see me live stream it? That is, if I can figure out a good time and day to do live stream. And that might be a question for next time. But until then, bye for now.